Okay, we're going to start. So, I want to welcome you to James Bistro. I want to welcome you to a great evening of entertainment. A celebration. Alright, little one. A celebration of Refugee Week. On Wednesday, it was International Refugee Day. And tonight, we're going to celebrate Refugee Day in this space through music, through dance, through spoken word, through drums, through our connectedness. My name is Adisa. I am your compere for the evening. Now, I want to make sure we have a live audience. And how are we going to do that? I'm going to say crick, and you're going to say crack. I'm going to say crick, and you're going to say crack. That was rubbish. That was rubbish. That was rubbish. Yeah, we'll try that again. I'll say crick, you'll say crack. I'll say crick. Crack. Good. And then I'll say, one second, brother. I'll say monkey brucky's back, and you'll say for a piece of rotten pomerag. That's your part, right? It's a long part. So I'll say monkey brucky's back, and you'll say for a piece of rotten pomerag. Crick. Crack. Crick. Crack. Monkey brucky's back. For a piece of rotten pomerag. Hey, give us a round of applause. Now, at the end of the evening, we'll do that again, but it slightly changes. I'll say crick, you'll say crack. I'll say crick, you'll say crack. Then I'll say the wire bends, and then you say that's how the story ends. Ah, you smart audience. Hey. All right, what's my name? Adisa. Ah, you can't remember. Adisa. Let me help you. Say ah. Ah. D. D. Sa. Sa. Yeah, that's right, that's right. Now, before we start the proceedings, I need you to stand up, if you can, and find someone you don't know, because today's about welcome. We're welcoming each other in this space. We're celebrating International Refugee Week in Leicester. We're in the world, but we're celebrating right now here. So find someone you don't know and just go and say, welcome. That's what we're doing today. We're doing welcome. Find someone. Don't be afraid. Someone you don't know. Someone you didn't come here with. Welcome. Welcome. That's what we're doing. We're welcoming. Don't exchange phone numbers, just say welcome. Don't get carried away. Don't have to hook up with anybody, just welcome. Yeah. So, I made a mistake, man, I have to admit. Before I speak, I'm supposed to, in tradition, ask an elder, someone older than me, and I'm not as old as I look, I'm very young. Yeah. Someone older than me, senior to me, to give me permission to speak. Do I have permission to speak? Thank you, thank you. That's respect. And we have permission to speak, and we have drums to play as well. Now, when there is drum, there must be dance. So, on the drums right now, we have Paulo. Give it up for Paulo, please, on the drums, please. On the djembe. Because I believe before there was the word, there was the drum, there was a sound, there was a vibration. I think poetry is all wonderful, but it's based on vibrations. It's vibrations you're generating. Dance creates a vibration. Through our feet, we create a vibration. So we're going to get some African dancers to come out now, led by Angela Williams. Put your hands together for the African dance led by Angela Williams.
This is a cry of a people who were robbed and raped from their homeland and their loved ones. A people stripped of their culture, their dignity, their liberty, and their rights. And by the cruel and presumptuous hands of the colonial imperialist enslavers, were carved into the West, where for over 400 years they have toiled and labored, and with their blood, their sweat and tears and hands, they have built the great city of Babylon, only to be paid in the wages of the taskmaster's whip, torch, death.
and shine. I've been thinking, it's interesting for poets to think every now and then. I've been thinking about the word refugee. And when I thought about the word refugee, I figured we all, at some point in our lives in time, are refugees. I explain, not saying you'll come from a particular country, I'm saying we need a place to retreat to. A place of refuge, whether that's your home, your family home, whether that's in your mind. We all need to seek a place of refuge in our lives so we can identify with that. And I think that's really important to remember that. We all, at time, need to make that time to go inside ourselves and this journey of life. So, next we have a spoken word artist that I first met on Wednesday in Leicester. And this brother really impressed me. He wrote a poem, especially for the day, for Refugee Day, and it was beautiful. He did it on the spot. I mean, he did it on the day. He did it on the day, and it was amazing. So I know what he shares tonight is going to be very, very exciting and dynamic and beautiful. Please, put your hands together for the brother, Boston, please. Boston.
I've got 10 minutes. I've got 2 poems. I'm going to chat to you for a bit. The reason like this day and this week and awareness is important to me is spent some time out in West Africa, and I've got a lot of friends out there, some good people, and some of them I know in an attempt to go the back way before, which is the back way into Europe, right? So it's different companies or whatever, but they help navigate you up into Libya and then you cross the ocean. Now, friends of mine, I know them, and then it so happens I was there for 6 months or so, and I came back to the UK, and then I went back to, this was 2016, I went back to the Gambia last December. Really good friend of mine, Blacks, really, really good friend of mine. Seeing him, I was like, what's going on? And everyone else seemed to be really excited to see him as well. Where you been? And he made it to, he went the back way like 2 weeks after I'd left. And he ended up being in, I think it was, I want to say Libya, but I don't know if he got that far. But he was in prison for 5 months. Like the day he landed, he got there and they were just waiting. And he was in prison, and then they eventually deported him. And it's like, when those like stories and stuff are like that close to you and direct, and I know people that have made it to Italy, I know people that have died on the way, do you know what I mean, on like a personal level. So it's like, these conversations and stuff are important just to highlight the issues that other people might face. And yeah, I'm going to do my best to articulate some of them today. If you're ready for some poetry, I need you to make some noise just so I know you're in the room with me. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. That was alright, that wasn't a bad first attempt, I have to be honest, but it's also not good enough yet. So, I'm going to try again, because the energy you give me is the energy I'm going to give you. Right? That's fair? Alright then. So, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright. So, the first piece I'm going to do, was a piece that was written on Wednesday. Yeah, it's just a cool piece, man. It's just a cool piece. It goes like this. This land does not feel like home yet. This earth between my toes is not the sand I am accustomed to. Few and far between do people dance in the street, waving arms in celebration, dancing with spirit, oozing public joy profusely. Loosely does this place imitate the image sold through the news, beamed across the interweb to entrap the hearts of me and you. Consumer protection is just a word, and I am confused. This is not the dream I purchased. My ticket was sold with front row seats to opportunity, whereas in practice I'm so bogged down I rarely get to see the surface. For this life I left my family, and some write to me, some call, and some call me crazy. Just lately, I see what they mean. I left behind ugly fruit, jackfruit and bammy has been replaced now with the occasional fruit bun and pastry that's never ever gonna be flaky. I reiterate, man, this place does not yet feel like home. I have traveled great distances to be here. I might not be here forever, I might not even be here for long, but whilst I am here, I'm bringing culture, vibes, food, great moods, poetry, reasoning, seasoning, spiritual greetings, and I'm bringing it strong. This place does not feel like home yet. A little sugar and a little colour in it, and it won't be long. This place doesn't feel like home yet, but I promise that it won't be long. African men are being sold as slaves. I repeat, just in case you never heard me. African men are being sold as slaves today. You're not alone in your temporary mutism. Grey smog will not bellow from the rolls of green. Tony Gallagher will not stop the press. Neither May nor Merkel will take platform like Macron. Neither one has or will make national address. The current US administration has a vested interest in keeping its mouth shut because they will not consider invading in the name of democracy, much less an official letter of solidarity bearing hallmark and crest. We can't forget, Libya was an African powerhouse prior to Muammar Gaddafi's death. Oh, look here now. Military intervention from the West has nurtured a country once flawed, but doing its best to now be an incubator of slavery and death. How things change. But it seems that some things remain the same. £400 for a fully grown slave. And not 10 pence worth of ink is used to highlight it on a front page. Black lives matter to the value of £400. And it seems they matter most to those willing to pay. Bear a thought, just a little thought to the notion that if a 50-strong volunteer group from the UK was abducted, and within a matter of days, the British government would be all the rage. Condolences from state leaders would reign, and I haven't even mentioned the word slave. Now follow me to Twitter if you may. It's one is simple. #pray for Libya. But for why? That denotes to the unbeknownst that it is the Libyans for whom we should pray. Raising awareness is great, but the root of that phrase comes from terrorist attacks, whereby all is done and dusted after the fact, where prayers and hindsight may dominate the chat. Please pray for the situation in Libya, but this is not yet after the fact. So prayer without action is a whole lot of meaningless chat. Get the hell up and act. Do what you can. Tell who you know. Evil must succumb when the balance of positivity begins to grow. Pray yes. Act also. Tweet. #pray for Libya. Say it in the real world more so. There are men for sale in Africa. It's uncomfortable to know once that sits in your dome. There are black men for sale in Africa. Miraculous how a colour can soften the blow. Tell somebody to tell somebody. This is a battle for the men and women of good. We don't need the UN going full gung-ho. Just men and women of good. Just raise your voices as you go. Relay that there are men for sale in Africa. It should not sit well with the audience of the globe. There are men for sale in Africa. But they aren't white men for sale in Africa. Now ask yourself if that's softened. Thank you. My name is the Orator.
Give it up, give it up, give it up. Brother Boston. Brother Boston, I have a new addition to your name. I know you go by Boston, but I'm thinking Bionic Boston. Yeah, because your words are mega powerful. They're like you've got some kind of special engineering wiring in your system that empowers your mind and then your tongue to speak like that. Because when I was a child, we watched The Bionic Man and he was cool, Lee Majors. Right? But no, forget that. We got Bionic Boston. I give you that. That's from me to you. You take that, Bionic Boston. All right, give thanks. One more time for Boston, please. So, did you enjoy the African dance? Yeah. No. I say, did you enjoy the African dance? Yeah. Well, I give you more. But before they come out, Let them feel welcome, so just start clapping now. Jump, 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 jump. Bring them come, bring them come. Half an hour later, they're still doing it. But we got energy, man, we got energy. What have I started now? Yeah, they're coming. This is for you. This is for you.
Welcome. Why? Chronics, left or right, just so just a come, left or right. Ooh, yeah. Ah, boy. And then say, here comes trouble, here comes the danger, sent by the Savior, welcome the Rasta youth. I start to cry, soldiers for Selassie, I army, here comes trouble, here comes the danger, welcome the Savior, welcome the Rasta youth. You know for oxygen, at the general issue we no warning. Cause people them a ball, said them tired of mediocre. Evil a go fall when we tried in Ethiopia. Believing from down, cause them like no easy water. Even one time said it's not an easy go. Occupation, occupy the motherland. Calling all soldiers to kind each other along. From creation, we writing a job plan, but chronics can't do it alone. So I'm recruiting soldiers coming from near and far, right Jews executing. See, I see works and the left are far right true. And then say, here comes trouble, here comes the danger, sent by the Savior, welcome the Rasta youth. I wanna start recruit soldiers for Selassie, I army, here comes trouble, here comes the danger, welcome the Savior, welcome the Rasta youth. You know for oxygen, at the general issue we no want it for. Waving the banner red, green and gold. It is such an honor prophecies unfold. Discovered on stones, on trees and stone. And even in the stories that Jesus told. Rasta youth must in every earth. Can't sit down, God just send me for work. Bring the fire in a room, God just send me for purge. But I can't do it alone. Rasta recruiting soldiers coming from near and far, right Jews executing. Still I see I works and the Rasta far right true. Here comes trouble, here comes the danger, sent by the Savior, welcome the Rasta youth. I start recruit soldiers for Selassie, I army, here comes trouble, here comes the danger, welcome the Savior, welcome the Rasta youth. You know for oxygen, at the general issue we no warning, left or right, the soldiers are gone. Left, right, the soldiers are gone. We da never throw me down, no more. Yeah, I say left, right, the soldiers are gone. Left, right, the soldiers are gone. Left, right, marching on, boy. Come on, here comes trouble, my friend, and here comes danger. Rastafari send me come, I said we're sent by the Savior. Here comes trouble, my friend, here comes danger. Ooh, Lord, hey, and then say, here comes trouble, here comes the danger, here comes trouble. Here comes the danger.
Show your appreciation, please. Show your appreciation. Show your appreciation. Thank you. That was great, because the first piece they came out to was Bunny Wailer from the Wailers, and that's like a foundation tune, Rise. And the second piece they came out to was the Man of the Moment, Chronics. That's beautiful as well. Okay, just to bring to your attention that you're in an establishment that sells food. Yay! So please, if you want to fill your bellies, please find yourself and make a nice order, some lovely food that's available today. So please get some food inside of you. Now, we're moving to our brother. I like his name. I like both his names, right? But before I get to that, he's a spoken word artist and he's a saxophonist. So he's blending the saxophone with the spoken word. But his first name's Marcus, so I'll call him Marcus Garvey, obviously. And then he's got Joseph, so I'll call him Joseph from the Bible, the one of dreams, man, the dreams. So you've got Marcus Garvey on one hand, the brother's got Marcus Harvey going on, and he's got Joseph from the Bible. This brother must be heavy. Put it together for Marcus Joseph. Yeah, that's an introduction.
That we belong to, a place that belongs to everyone, a place with many places in one place with many different faces. But the fact remains we all belong to the human race. On this place called Earth, where we have been birthed into this amazing 6 million year old story, where we have been birthed into this amazing 6 million year old story, where we have been birthed into this amazing 6 million year old story, which has been written into the very language of our genes, every cell of our bodies, communicating our fight for survival has always been vital. Our fight for survival has always been vital. Our fight for survival has always been vital. This basic instinct is our most powerful drive. It's the very reason why we are still alive and why we as human beings must open our hearts and minds to other human beings who are facing desperate times. I have not tried to see through the eyes of a refugee, but today in this poem I'll give it a try. Seek refuge or die. Seek refuge or die. It's been the choice of 60 million people around the globe. million people around the globe who've been forced to leave their homes to escape war, violence and persecution. It's crazy to think that half of the world's refugees are children, some of whom have had to go it alone. Imagine that these were your children. How do you want the world to treat them? I'd imagine you'd want the world to welcome them with open arms, giving them back the power of freedom. So let us embrace new cultures, let us embrace new people, because together in peace, we'll make the world more peaceful. And I think I'm going to end on a song that everyone knows. I'm sure you all know this one.
shout out the name of the production from the back? Paradigm Rhymes, right? I'm not going to say what it's about, but I got to see it from like its early inception to its mid inception, and now it's getting big, and it's sick, it's heavy, it's amazing. So please see that. If you see Paradigm Rhymes, you know that's our man Marcus Joseph, and you have to support that. Okay. I just wanted to make sure you're listening. Here, I have a message from the brothers. The righteous fathers and future fathers of your children, your carers and your lovers. We just want you to know that we love you. We love you as we find you. We love you as you are. Big lips, big hips, potentially picky hair, dimples and wrinkles, emotional bruises and physical scars. We love you for how you are. So please embrace that. There's no need for new weave every 2 weeks. Especially, wait. Especially if it's recycled. And those that are guilty know exactly what I mean. Same time, I beg you do please ease off the relaxer. Especially if you notice that your hairline is beginning to recede. Oh, and box yourself if you find yourself wanting to use bleaching cream. Brothers love that milk and dark chocolate, but some of you sisters be more interested in looking like whipped cream. Don't lose what you're blessed with. It's not me you should be vexed with, I'm just passing on the message. please do embrace your blackness. Your big bum, big lips and big hips make us brothers fall to our knees. When you mix all the above with some Ann Summers or Victoria's Secrets, we just can't resist. So I insist that you keep it black, because that soul sister down to ride with your sister, she's so bloody missed. All of this fake stuff, man, trying to replace all this real, we have no time for the artificial capital B bullshit. Now I'm not saying go back in time. Just acknowledge there was a time when you could be proud of the things that made you black. All this denying your blessings by wearing a mask, crap. It just doesn't do you justice. We, the brothers, think you're fine without that. And that's all I'll say. Thank you very much. I'm going to do the social media thing. I don't know how many people in this room are on Twitter. But if you are, it's at @theOrator_UK, my website. If you're at work and you're bored, because I know some of you desktop jobs, you ain't really always working. www.theorator.bigcartel.com. My albums are on there. The books are coming soon. Keep an eye for an album coming at the end of this month. It's called Verbaliser Volume 2. Verbaliser is Latin for eloquent bunch. It's group of flowers, eloquent bouquet of flowers, but it also means literary extracts, and now you don't have to ask me. Next act, back to the regular show, back to the regular program. We have a project. We have the fruits of a project. What we're about to see next is the development of work between newly arrived peoples and immigrants and creatives, and what happens when they come together to tell a story and how they might articulate that. This time the story is articulated through poetry and through dance. I don't want to give too much away because I know they're going to speak. So what I'm going to ask you to do is, if I raise my left arm, I want you to make as much noise as possible. If I raise my right arm, I would like you to stomp your feet. On the count of 3, we're going to welcome them in. 1, 2, 3!
This thing called music, and what's it for? Music's for dancing. Are you sure? Some consume it like liquor, past lives try to ignore. Some make love in its name while others prepare for war. Many times I listen, a few times I hear. Sometimes I shy away like a kid drunk on a wine of fear. Muddy bass lines take me down, down, down to the place I call home. There's no one here, but I swear I'm not alone. I'm sitting comfortably, but there ain't no chair. I start to drown, but there's no water, and I'm breathing music like it was air. Music takes me to the bridge, JB style. I'm rude boy stepping on my 6-string bow. I try to rest, but I know it's time to go. Bob was right. When music hits you, you feel no pain. Revived by the snare drum, beating down like rain. Blood surging like electricity through my trombone veins. Words walking, hands on double bass, smoothing out the creases in history's face. So, hit the cymbals of chaos, blow the saxophones of flight, roll the drumsticks of resistance, let the trumpets impregnate the night. Let the bebop group to hip-hop, let ragtime jump to ragga, let the blues gyrate to soca as you climb this lip-hop ladder. Music. Music's for dancing. You think you see me dancing? You think you see me dancing? Are you sure? I come from Sudan, from a home. I come from Eritrea, from a family. I come from Ethiopia, from a profession. I come from culture and tradition. I come from a place where my mother tells me she loves me and wishes me well. I come from roads that bear no name, from deserts not designed for trained lawyers, from borders where soldiers play tag, but when you're it, you don't get up. I come from a big continent, a big country, a big people with history that stands tall. Same continent, same country, same people, different location, now treated so small. I come from truck rides, high tides, boat cries, train collides, from blatant lies, hollow eyes, government spies and king's demise. You see, I come from 1 in 700, taking one chance on a boat destined for one Italian beach, being treated like a mosquito, a nuisance for the law of the land. Still, many locals offered the human hand. I come from silent walking, sometimes resting, never stopping, country leapfrogging. Jump Sudan, jump, jump Sudan, jump Libya, jump, jump Libya, jump Eritrea, jump, jump, jump Italy, jump, jump, jump France, jump, jump, jump England, jump, 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 jump out of the frying pan and into the jungle. But we are humans, we ain't no beast. I come from sirens blazing and the sound of the police, from hopscotch on train tracks, from death toll increase. I've landed, maybe now I can taste peace. I come from the Eiffel Tower to Leicester Clock Tower, through Birmingham, through Coventry, all roads lead to Leicester. Well, that's a surprise. These roads are not too steep. I come from a new day where my children learn and play, where I can provide. No need to run and hide. It's amazing how just 2 syllables can mean so much. Welcome, so warm like a mother's touch. I am the past, living in the present, building my future. I'm building my future. I'm building my future. I'm building my future. Now. During this project, the young men we worked with, some from Sudan, some from Eritrea, some from Ethiopia, talked about the food. We talked about local foods, staple foods that they'd eaten at home, they missed on the journey. But these foods are important because they give you the strength, they give you the strong memories of where you're coming from, because smells can transport you back in time. And the foods they talked about were these. It was injera, a bread, sometimes Eritrea, eaten in Eritrea, sometimes Ethiopia. Tolu was like dried meat. Asati was like maize grounded, and beans and bread. These were the dominant staple foods they talked about. So we turned it into a piece with their permission and with their guidance. We turned it into a piece. I'd like you to join with us. There's a chorus where I say, injera, tolu, asati, beans and bread. Injera, tolu, asati, beans and bread. So let's try it. 1, 2, 3. Injera, tolu, asati, beans and bread. That wasn't bad, that wasn't bad. I want some more volume. So I'll give you one, I'll show you. Injera, tolu, asati, beans and bread. Here we go. One, wait. There's a time for everything. 1, 2, 3. Injera, tolu, asati, beans and bread. Good. Injera, tolu, asati, beans and bread. Excellent. You got it. So when I start that, please join with me. And when I stop, yeah? Injera, tolu, asati, beans and bread. 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 Staple food for unstable feet. Leaping from continents like walking on trampolines. Where will you come down? Suspended in mid-flight, suspended from every day, suspended from the future, trying to cling to the past. Injera, tolu, asati, beans and bread. 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 Staple food for unstable feet. This culinary musical, blessed and cursed. No sugar-coated stories, just slow cooked chicken and 8 hours of delay. Traversing the maze, grain by grain, slipping through the sieve, doing your best to put one foot in front of the other, to put one foot in front of the other. Have you seen my sister? Have you seen my brother? Injera, tolu, asati, beans and bread. Injera, tolu, asati, beans and bread. Hey, injera, tolu, asati, beans and bread. Injera, tolu, asati, beans and bread. Simple ingredients in a complex drama. Each mouthful plays its own part. Sometimes even water is hard to digest. They say a smell can transport you back in time, remembering faces and places. But let this scent catapult me forward to a time when borders are no longer needed and welcome is tattooed on every face. Injera, tolu, asati, beans and bread. 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 Drenched like beans in water, swelling with the tide, exposed like cassava drying. On this road, where can you hide? We are the injera rising. We are the dried meat in the sun. We are the boiling porridge. We pound our feet like fufu until this journey is done. Injera, tolu, asati, beans and bread. Injera, tolu, asati, beans and bread. Injera, tolu, asati, beans and bread. Shoot or rebound off the wall. Shoot before the dreaded yo-yo call. Shoot before the dominoes start to fall, or you become the living yo-yo. They left without maps, no satellite guidance, just the stars and their faith and the beauty of silence. Wandering prophets with scriptures on their feet, like a bride doused in henna. Here mythology and reality meet. Pack light, pack tight, packed away, pack your say. Suitcases bulging, things you can't carry, like smiles and warm embraces, like the view from your window and bright open spaces, like uncle's laughter, round like a drum, and shade beneath your favorite tree when the working day is done. Shoot or rebound off the wall. Shoot before the dreaded yo-yo call. Shoot before the dominoes start to fall, or you become the dreaded yo-yo. This is not Monopoly. If you land on soldier, it's death or straight to jail. Survival has no skin color. My mother tongue has no word for fail. Counting and waiting, waiting and counting, counting and waiting, waiting and counting. Weighing the odds like fruit in the market. We are humans, we're not cargo. Counting and waiting, waiting and counting. $5,000 paid in advance. 5 years studying law, 5 hours standing in line, 5 winters running your own business, 5 friends were separated. 300 life jackets disbanded like sweet papers for 3 weeks on a cold, sunny Italian beach. How much is that refugee in the window? How much is that baby in the water? No refugees. Documents become keys. Passport. I am more than ink on white paper. Shoot. Or rebound off the wall. Shoot before the dreaded yo-yo call. Shoot before the dominoes start to fall, or you become the dreaded yo-yo. Take the strain. Take the strain. Embrace the pain. The rope unravels the more you travel. The rope unravels the more you travel, propelling me forward. You're a shooting star, a helium balloon. The magnets pull, so set sail for the moon. You land on a planet called Leicester. Remove alien labels. Take off your space boots. Prepare the soil and plant your roots. One, two, three, we just succumb. Yes, we just succumb. We're like the river. Trees, just like the sun. That's a dead sun. You can't have a dead sun. There's no life without the sun, my people. We wouldn't be here without the sun. No trees, no nothing. So what it is, right? It goes sun. It resonates. It lingers. It lingers like jasmine incense. It lingers. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. We just succumb. Yes, we just succumb. We're like the river. Trees, just like the sun. We just succumb. Yes, we just succumb. We're like the river. Trees, we're just like the sun. Each and every morning, the sunrise at dawn. And each and every day, another baby is born. Look at the sea, how it keeps on turning. Just like the sea, you've got to keep on learning. Step by step, the tree of life you should be climbing. Let your light shine bright, never let it go dim. But the river is deep, don't be afraid to swim. We just succumb, yes, we just succumb. We're like the river, trees, we're just like the sun. Out of many rivers comes the ocean. Out of many people comes one nation. It takes many branches to make one tree. It takes a mother, a father to raise a family. Both need foundation and roots, that's the key. Without roots, you'll be swept away by the sea. We just succumb, yes, we just succumb. We're like the river, trees, we're just like the sun. We just succumb, yes, we just succumb. We're like the river, trees, we're just like the sun. Unstoppable, incredible, we're still moving on. Against all odds, maybe 1,000,000,000 to 1. Driven by the energy we get from the sun. From the tree of life, he took the wood to make a drum. Now, winter turns to summer and seconds turn to hours. Now you can't force the bud to turn into a flower. And if the water don't run, then it must turn. We just succumb, yes, we just succumb. We're like the river, trees, we're just like the sun. As the sun rises, the sun must fall. Now this is a message to all. Nice. Notice how the tree stands proud and tall. Try to know yourself before your back's against the wall. As the sea goes out, the sea must come in against the currents of nature. Never you swim. We've come a long way, but our road is still long. As we rise to the challenge, we will all sing this song. We just succumb, yes, we just succumb. We're like the river, trees, we're just like the sun. We're like the river, trees, we're just like the sun. We're like the river, trees, we're just like the sun.